Hello, everybody. I should be live, I should be unmuted, everything should be going fine. And there's every possibility that Knick-Knack plans to be here to heckle me all morning. For something that I feel is not my fault. Morning, Zero Herrera. Fair warning right now, and normally I've got my notifications blocked, but if I get a phone call I might have to, you know, switch you guys to a different screen and mute myself to take a phone call. Car issues. Again. Oh. So, we are continuing on with Shinjuku today. Oh, I got a new figure. I'll show it. It's a little... It's kind of hard to see because he's so small and, like, the angle. But it's a little Tobirama Senju from Naruto. I really like the... I like the Founders era characters a lot from Naruto, so I was... And it's pretty rare to find an affordable figure of him, so I was really excited to see one that's pretty decent quality, even though it's, like, so small. And it's kind of self-sustaining, which is nice. I always like a figure that I don't have to stick on a giant base to keep it anchored, because, like, it's fine to put it on a giant base, but then, like, you run into the problem where you start not having enough space to place it places when you're using your shelves for both figures and books. Like, so some of these stands are, like, absolutely massive. Truly, like, too big. I'm looking at you, El Malloy. For a dude who's standing straight up with no fancy positioning. You know. It's bold words. Alright, I think last time I made it like four sections. And I think I'm being tricked into a false sense of security because a lot of these sections are only like 1 or 2 nodes. And I know that it's not going to stay that way, but it seems really nice, like, in my brain when it's only 1 or 2. But at the same time, there's also a lot of dialogue to read, and so, you know, otherwise I might have gotten through some faster last time. Still rebuilding my courts after spending a little at summer, but it's there. Finally up past 400 again, which is great. So, we'll start Black Maiden Firewheel. Let's see, I'm just kind of still checking for phone call. Phone calls should come through because I do need to pick up the phone call if it comes through, but I, like, in my head I'm like, what if I miss it? Oh no. Okay. Well, it's showing me riders. Love a good rider. It's been a while since we used an Aussie. So we'll go ahead and use an Aussie. Because I do love him. And I can almost taste getting him. I mean, that's better news for me. Because I'd like to get through these pretty quickly. Wake up, Master. We have an emergency. Oh, pupper. Is that a phone? It just started ringing all of a sudden. Any ideas who it might be? Perhaps you were cut off from Chaldea. No, our connection is still stable. Besides, a phone wouldn't exactly be our method of getting back in touch if we were cut off. So, who's gonna answer it? She will. Of course it's me. Why do I gotta be the adult and answer the creepy phone? Are you okay with this, senpai? Please don't get dragged into the phone, alright? What is this, the ring? Oh, even in Shinjuku, I doubt that will happen. At least, I'm pretty sure it won't. Anyway, go on and pick it up. That is the most annoying fucking ringing noise. I shit you not. Like, I understand that's what phones used to sound like, but there's a reason why phones stopped sounding like that. I've never heard of anyone being dragged inside a phone before. Thank God. Good. You picked up just as I expected. Don't say a word, just listen to me. If they ask you who I am, tell them the first thing that comes to mind. There's no need to lie. I'm calling with information for you. How you use it, if you use it, is up to you. I just saw some soldiers from the League of Phantom Fiends on the move. They were led by a servant named Emiya. Ooh, is Emiya. They are headed for the altered Jeanne d'Arc's hideout. She has remained neutral since she was summoned. She neither helps the weak nor bows to the strong. She simply sticks to her territory and roasts any who dare to trespass. However, these soldiers are heavily armed. The only logical conclusion is that they are planning to kill her before she can join you. That said, this Jeanne is a dragon witch I once made an enemy of. I can't guarantee she is trustworthy. Do you plan to go and help her anyway? I guess. Calm yourself, Seki, though I am glad to hear you answer just as I thought you would. You'll find her in the Shinjuku National Garden, and you may want to hurry. Who was it? What did they say? Well... I see. So Jeanne has gone and claimed her own territory without any regard for others? What kind of altar does she think she is? I think I'll tie her to the back of Cuirassier Altair and take her for a ride around the Metro Expressway. That's awful. I don't think we should go help her. But of course you don't. Oh, why's that? Bluntly, she's quite mad. I tried sneaking into her territory once. She merely said, repent, die, etc., and hit me with wave after wave of explosive flame. It was like being attacked by a living inferno. She's a dragon witch. Don't you think it's terrible she would do that to a poor, innocent old man? Were you listening to a word I said? No. No, you untrustworthy old fart. Alright, I'll plot the fastest possible route from here to the park. Go ahead and get ready, and we'll leave as soon as we can. Good boy. Yeah, hold down the fort while we're gone, buddy. You can do it. I believe in you. Jesus. Huh. Okay. Alright, buddies. Talk or okay. Finally landed a hit. A human fortress altered into a human tank, eh? Or perhaps aircraft carrier would be more accurate. For all your toughness and firepower, it seems all you can do is flail around. Now don't you feel like a silly country girl, Jeanne d'Arc altar? Why you, what kind of servant are you using a modern-looking gun? Only a gunner like Billy the Kid could even think about getting away with something like that. There are exceptions to every rule. Some of us just like to customize the hell out of our weapons. Every servant knows swords are stronger than guns, but like many things, it depends how they're used. Now I see. That used to be a sword before you twisted it into a hideous gun. Freak. Right you are. Now then, Dragon Witch. As Shakespeare's Hamlet once said, to be or not to be, which would you prefer? Not that it matters, I suppose, since you'll suffer a painful death either way. I believe killing someone begging for their life is a specialty of yours, isn't it? You want an answer? Fine, here it is. You messed with the wrong woman, you little shit. I'll burn you to cinders. My. Dragons, roar! Huh? She didn't. If I die here, I'm taking you with me. Are you so dense that you can't even figure that out, stew jerk? Just say stupid jerk. Stew jerk is not cool. You'd blow yourself up? Ugh, you're as hard-headed and short-sighted as your original self. Can I make it? Time for you to burn up and disappear. La Grandement d'Ohain. Buddy. Burn it. Burn it with fire. I could feel the heat all the way out here. No wonder this flame was capable of burning her to death. Or at least that's how she imagines it. She's a fake. She doesn't actually know what the flames were like. She's simply recreating what she thinks it was like to the best of her ability. What a waste. She would have been useful. I could have used her one-track mind to sick her on targets like a mad dog. Well, no matter. Explosive firepower like that would only complicate matters. I suppose it's just as well she's gone now. Rude! That bastard, he used his shield at the last second to deflect the flames and escape. Well, he's not getting away with it. Next time I'll kill him for good. Oh great, I can't move another step. Well, so what? I'd much rather die like a dog than burn at the stake. Maybe someone will rob me of all my belongings and dump me in the river. Maybe I'll disappear while they're treating me like a plate. That's dark! Jean, that's dark! You need therapy. Or maybe someone will save you. Who's there? It's me. You've certainly been through the ringer, haven't you? Did you inflict that blast on yourself? Oh hey, it's the loathsome ice bitch queen, said the mad dog. So what do you want? I thought we already agreed to leave each other alone and do what we please. That's no longer the case. I have a master now, you see. That's right, I have a master. You have a what? A master? A master? You, the bitchy lioness who mauls anyone that gets close? And one you're so proud of you'd announce it twice, no less? It just goes to show the difference between us, mad dog. Why, you little... Well, so what? Knowing you, I bet your stupid master's barely a step up from an apprentice. They're probably a nervous, shady-looking wreck who can barely squeak out a command. That's the only kind of master you could... Girl, I don't know what she told you, but you're being played. I mean, you did save the world, right? Surely you could find a better servant than her. Why, that would be me. Rest assured, Jean Alter, Seki can count on me as well. Yeah. Hey pal, you better let me join your servants. I can do a damn sight better than these two. Hey, that's not very nice. Not one bit. Tell me, exactly what are we lacking? Ugh, there's so much I can't even be bothered to list it all. Ew. Anyway, it looks like the hyenas have caught my noble phantasm's scent. Hey, get rid of them for me. We can talk after that. I'm just doing your dirty work? Rude. Rude. But I will say, Jalter and Ultria have some pretty funny interactions. Like, genuinely. Like, that was actually kind of funny. Yeah, I can see it to her. I can absolutely see that. It's not even hard to imagine. Reminds me of the amount of Emiya and Lancer Ku dojins and fan art. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't know about the two of them, but I will eventually. Okay. There you go. Okay. Look upon my works, ye mighty, and despair. Ramesium Tentris. You know, really appreciate, like, fanfic and doujin writers, but I do think that the FGO community could do a little bit better on AO3, because I swear to God, there's never enough fanfics for the ships I want to read. And by that I mean there's a severe lack of Iskandar waiver fix. I've read most of the ones there. Oh, I almost clicked the skip button just by, like, reflex. The battle is over. Well done, Master. Wait, you're a shielder? Why aren't you over here helping us? Well, due to extenuating circumstances, I'm currently on servant leave. Is that so? Kinda wish you weren't, seeing as you're our last bastion of defense and all. Ah, well, I guess we'll figure something out. Thank you for understanding. I'm honestly a bit taken aback. I didn't know you thought so highly of me. I remember you refusing to let go of your shield, even though you had to fight back tears of fright. Seeing as we detestable holy maidens don't get scared at all, I figured you'd make a better human. Ugh, what a waste. I'm sure we wouldn't have lost if you'd been on our side. Right. No! Is that a dynamic? How is that as a dynamic? I mean, I could. Something to consider. I tried to look up Romani fics and I got, like, virtually nothing, and I was so upset. Like, it was really hard to find Romani fics on AO3 that were, like, pairings that I would read, or, like, not just, like, collections of, like, small stuff. One of the things I hate on AO3 is that it's a little bit hard to filter out when people are posting fics that look like they're long, solid fics, but then they're just, every single chapter is like 300 or 400 word drabbles. And I'm not really into those type of fics, so I hate having to sort through those, and there's a ton of those in the Fate section. So hey, Mad Dog. Stay out of this, ice bitch queen. No one cares what you think. I'm told that the servant possessing Mash is Galahad. That makes her one of my knights. I won't have you trying to poach her. Hey, who knew the ice bitch queen even had emotions left anyway? Okay. The vibe is immaculate between these two. But unfortunately for you, she's not Galahad, so I can do what I damn well please, ice bitch queen. Is that so? That's true. I mean, you gotta be in a good state of mind to write a good fic. But also, I'm desperate for more. As someone who greatly admires AO3 writers, because I know I could never do it myself, I want more. How can you be neutral on this, Master? You're supposed to be on my side. First your shielder dumps you, now your master. What are you gonna do, ice bitch queen? The important thing is that we have a new and capable ally. Now let's go begin our counterattack. And what makes you think you can give us orders, Archer? Hey, I remember you now. I'm gonna mess you up for what you did. I'm sorry for sneaking into your territory. Please forgive me. I was rather desperate at the time. You think I give a shit, old man? I'm pissed off about you blowing a hole through my gut. Huh? Buddy. What? You better not have forgotten. Never mind Shinjuku, I had to crawl around the subway just to escape. With all those guys after me, I never even had a chance to catch my breath. Oh hey, would you look at that? It's steak burning o'clock. I'm gonna crisp you up real good. Wait! I understand how you feel, but please just slow down. I'm not the Archer of Shinjuku you think I am. Huh? I see you don't believe me. Not that I blame you. We do look exactly alike. But it's the truth. He is the evil Archer, and I'm the good Archer. Huh? No wonder she doesn't believe you. Indeed. To be honest, we still don't completely trust you ourselves. I don't like that my choices are affirmative here. I don't like that my choices are only affirmative here. This is bullshit. Ah! They are growing on me. I love this dynamic. It's fantastic. I don't know. Maybe it's because I had like almost like a month and a half of break from FGO, or maybe it's just because 1.5 is much better written in my opinion than some of the other chapters. Maybe it's because I tolerate the amount of like reading and writing better when it's like all lumped together with like fights in between and not just like talk fight. But I'm really liking Shinjuku so far, and I know that's like an early sort of like judgment because I've only played like barely 5 sections, but like I'm really liking Shinjuku so far. Really? Nope, sorry, I can't. Strange. For some reason, these old eyes of mine can't seem to stop crying. You sound like a liar. You are incapable of sounding sincere, my dude. Also, that's the most unbelievable story. For someone with genius-level detective skills, you'd think you'd know how not to act suspiciously. Yeah, you would think you would. But God forbid. Alright, Wolf surrounded? Okay. Dealing with, good boy again. It's less that I'm liking Altria specifically, and more that this is one of the first time, like, it's happened like before in the story, but I feel like in a lot of the part 1 chapters compared to Shinjuku so far, there's been such an overinflated amount of servants and people that you're running into, and it feels like it was really hard to just get a good dynamic going between like 2 people because there was so many people talking and interacting, whereas like when you get like a chunk like this where it's just solid interactions between like, you know, 2 people sassing each other or like going for each other's throats, that's really interesting, which makes them really fun characters to watch. Character interactions can do wonders for my perception of particular characters. That's something that I've learned just in general, right? Like even a character I don't initially love because the premise of the character, if they have a good enough dynamic with another character, I can learn to love them. His good side, eh? I can certainly understand why you don't feel like you can trust him. But if nothing else, he really did risk his life to defend Seki. I see. All right, fine. I still don't trust him, but I can deal with him accompanying us. Is that so? Because I don't recall allowing you to accompany us. I've got at least as much right to come along as this Shinjuku archer guy does. Honestly, I'm amazed you've made it this far dragging him along. Are you simply incapable of being quiet? I can't stand the rattling of your chains and armor all the time. Oh, like you're one to talk. Hey, now that I take a closer look, that's not a bad outfit, at least by your standards. Why'd you pick it anyway? Not that I care. What's so notable about my outfit? This is Shinjuku, remember? A good servant always dresses to match their location. A lancer I know had a silly-looking Hawaiian shirt that was really quite becoming on him. It suited his flippant persona perfectly. So why shouldn't I wear the same type of clothing? I don't see the problem. So hey, on a completely different topic, that place over there looks pretty shady. Shady? All I see are the remains of a perfectly ordinary boutique. Maybe that's all you see, but I've got a sixth sense about these sorts of things. Oh, are we getting a Jalter makeover? There's something there, I'm sure of it. Is that so? Something's there, huh? I see. So on that note, I'm gonna go check it out. Wait right here. If you leave me behind, I'll kill you. We're getting a Jalter makeover! Huh? Jean? Astonishing. It's refreshing to see how remarkably straightforward she is. It happened so fast I couldn't even think of a way to stop her. Well, we're gonna wait for her. No, like, the thing is, Nero and Elizabeth were great, right? Like, especially just Nero's character arc. And like, you know, between the two of them, it was really interesting, but I already liked Bathory, so that wasn't really a stretch for me. Like, I already liked Francis Drake, so, like, the amount of character, the amount of, like, fun interactions we had in, like, Okeanos wasn't really a stretch, per se. Whereas, like, somebody who I didn't like, if they didn't really get, or was kind of ambivalent about it, if they didn't get, like, a lot of interactions, or didn't have, like, a really good duo dynamic with someone, well, then I'm not going to like them any more than I already did. Whereas Bathory, I like Bathory, Like, Asterios and Euryale were really fun together. And it's like, I like the idea of Medusa, and I like Medusa, but, like, Steno, Euryale, I was kind of like, oh, they're cute, but, like, I don't really have any particular attachment to them. But then Euryale and Asterios, adorable together. Waiting is all fine and good, but that sounds like multiple motorcycles. Be careful, Master. I'm picking up 3 sources of powerful magical energy. Yeah, that was another fun one. But, I mean, once again, I already like Merlin's. Well, because Merlin and Cath Plug... Merlin's funny because I really like Cath Plug. So, like, any interaction with Cath Plug is fun, which makes characters that, like, interact in that funky little way, like Anna and Merlin and Cath Plug, just really amusing in general. And enjoyable. Hey, check out the bonus just lying around. Yeah, it's a geezer and some chicks. Did we luck out or what? Let's take them all. I can't tell if they're being polite or not. Wait, what? My apologies. They're so all over the place that I couldn't help but be slow to react. I'm very sorry, Master. Yeah, seeing Merlin get beat up is always entertaining. Ugh, I knew that witch would bring us nothing but trouble. Very well, I suppose I can be moved to deal with them. Check these babies out and say that again. Bitch, I will beat you into the fucking ground. Oh, they have chimeras. I imagine that line delivered with the same energy as, they have a cave troll. You know what I mean? They're not just any chimeras. They're special demonic beasts made by mixing science and magecraft. The guy who sold them to us said they're more like phantasmals, though. That's how powerful they are. I believe you may have been deceived. I think the term for it is false advertising. We got a volume discount for buying 3 of them, so it was a killer deal. Go on, Super Chimeras, sick 'em. Even his name for them is unimaginative. Regardless, do not let your guard down. I suspect they're a deal more dangerous than they look. They've created a haphazard mismatch of defective components and somehow made it all dangerous. Regardless, remain alert and keep your guard up. Okay. Hi, Frost. I mean... See, that's funny. It's funny, because it's true. A little bit of, like, atmospheric penetration never hurt anyone. Oh, big boys. Very large boys. Very large. Yes, but not until I get Ozzy and Juge. And Summer Balbon is definitely a priority over them. I keep saying it, and it's gonna happen in September. It's gonna happen in September. I'm gonna run a stream where I go back over all of the servants that we've covered, and I kind of like make a priorities list for myself, like an actual like list of like who I want and like when and like who I'm willing to roll for and who I just like, but like don't necessarily want to spend quartz to roll to get specifically. And I feel like that's going to be a very kind of interesting live stream because I feel like my opinion on a lot of characters has changed, and then just the continued inundation with more and more Fate stuff has made me retroactively much more accepting and tolerant. Like, I've been forced into the role of a Fate fan, but like I'm not mad about it. It's kind of like Stockholm Syndrome. Oh, yeah, Frostshard. Yeah, so about that, my friend killed it. My friend killed Domon. Not intentionally. She did it accidentally. She fed him self-rising flour, and that has either baking soda or baking powder like ground into the flour, and it like it hurt the actual like chemical balance of the starter. So technically he's dead. However, I had given her some of Domon a while back, and her Domon is still alive. So what I was going to do is I was going to get her to give some back to me. But I also wanted to start 2 new Domons, a like black rye Domon and a buckwheat Domon that's gluten-free. So there's a decent chance I'll be starting like 1 or 2 of those sometime soon. It's just gonna be like Domon 2.0, or no, it's gonna be like Domon Dark Domon and gluten-free Domon. So technically Domon is still alive, just not currently in my possession. And then my friend Winterwolf, who I originally got Domon from, right, in part because we exchanged, she still has some dried bits of Domon that can be rehydrated as well. So I've got two options to resurrect Domon, and then I'll start the 2 new ones. And remember, gluten-free Domon should be celiac safe and anti-bloating. But I'm gonna keep them a lot smaller. I want to be able to keep them, but I don't want to be constantly baking with them all the time, so I'm definitely going to keep them smaller. However, I have gotten 2 little stickers to label their jars, to keep them separate, and then I'll need to get 1 more Domon sticker, so I've got like 1 for every jar. So I'm very excited for that, and it's just something that I'm going to do after I take care of some of the stuff I'm dealing with right now. Since I don't really have to worry about it. Like, the starter is alive and well, just living with someone else. It was only my version that died. So yeah. I mean, I could do like 3 different sizes of jars too. But at the same time, like, I might just end up doing 3 different colors of jars, because I have this set of like smaller jars that are like colored, which would help me differentiate between which one's which, in theory. So I might just do it like that, and just have 3 different colors with different labels. I just need to be... I need to be a little bit better about the schedule of feeding Domon, because I'm not the best at it. Don't I have... Wait. Guys, hold on. Hold on. Guys. You know, that might be the 3rd one, Domon. Jesus. That might be the 3rd one. Yeah. I do have a Salter. I thought I did, so I just need Jolter, really. But yeah. Domon is interesting. Like I said, Domon's alive, just not with me. It's fine. We all learned an important lesson about not using self-rising flour. Because because I came home and like my feed flower was unopened because I'd bought a new one. I was like, what did you use to feed her? Because the problem was when I got her out of the fridge, him. I swear to God, I could never settle on a gender. But when I got him out of the fridge, I was supposed to let him sit to come up to temperature, and I let him sit for a day to come up to temperature. But when I looked in the jar, there was like a green spot, and the thing with it is because it's like entirely a living bacterial structure, right? Since it's a SCOBY, here's the thing. You know, as someone who's been broke before, you know, like you get a little bit of mold on your cheese, you cut off that chunk of cheese and you can usually still eat it without really suffering too many consequences. But like, you know, as a living SCOBY, I didn't want to risk the fact that the whatever mold had developed there was obviously developing in tandem with like the living organism that had been created, right? Like the actual like living processes. So I was like, I can't really like scoop it out and keep going because I just don't feel safe, right? Especially because if I use this for baking to feed to other people, like I'll feed myself all sorts of shit, but I won't feed other stuff for other people. So yeah, it just seemed like the safest option to just throw him out and start again with a lender. Which has happened once already, so. Domon lives again, or will live again. It's like some multiversal shit is what this is. Plus, his feed flower is so like, I buy really nice feed flower for the normal Domon, and so I'm kind of like, well, I don't want to keep like a full-size Domon anymore unless I have to. Yeah, I remember it. I'm like, I swear to God, I just flip between referring to baby, like, Domon as, like, female male. Because I just cannot settle on one. Alright. Hey, what's going on? How can they be this strong? It may be a silly name, but the threat they pose is genuine, and there's still one left. We may be dead, but that Super Chimera still lives. Go on, Super Chimera. Kill him dead. Huh? Oh! Goodest boy! It's the goodest boy, everyone! It's dead? No way. This is not our lucky day. Goodest boy! It's the rider of Shinjuku. I was monitoring his location, but he closed the distance in an instant. It just killed the Super Chimera in a single bite. How can his jaw even be that strong? Master, back up slowly. You need to get out of Rider's range. Carefully. Okay. I shall back away slowly. Master, it's gonna bite me. Hang on, don't give up just yet. This is the howl of a soul filled with hatred. La grandement du haine. But puppy. Oh, is Summer Jolter already in the evocation shop? Did they come in an earlier wave, or has she not come in yet? You idiot! You could have killed us all. What was that? You're the one who gave me the signal to use my noble phantasm. I did no such. The worst part is when they're like in armor, they actually look really good together. Like, I can imagine that the fan art is absolutely fucking popping of these two armored ladies. You... Bingo! Wait. Put down the sacred sword and listen to me. The fire caused by Jean's noble phantasm has surrounded you. There's no way to escape. Good. That goes for the rider of Shinjuku as well. Not even you can easily jump over a wall of hellfire like this. On top of that, we can also use it to keep Master safe. As long as she watches out for the heat. I don't do well with heat. We were discussing this in the Discord the other day. If the wind actively makes the temperature outside feel hotter, that's called a convection oven or an air fryer. And I do not do well in convection oven or air frying temperatures. At any rate, my apologies for dragging you into this, Master, but I am going to settle my score with Ryder now. Do it then. Don't make me do it. Do it. Ugh, like servant like master. Very well, but make absolutely sure to stay behind me. Here he comes. Oh, I might go pick up Jalter then, since I'm not getting anything from the current wave. What? Yeah, Zero Herrera, I could guess that. I could make that assumption. It's not a hard one to make. Oh. Okay, well, we don't like toxic Yuri, but like a little enemies to lovers or like, you know, rivals to lovers. A little bit of like, you know, that never hurt anyone. Jesus, oh shit. Buddy, I really need you not to NP on me too. Okay. I have to remember to stun you during the right round. Yeah, just a little sprinkle. I don't need any ghost peppers in here. Drop her NP because I have stuff to recharge it. So, in theory. I mean, not instantly recharge it, but like, she's got some stuff that'll help her build it back up decently quickly. He's really building up that NP. Oh, I want those crits. Ugh. She has such a pretty NP. Oh, I just noticed something about her NP. Okay. See, that's impressive that, like, you know, even, like, having seen Kama's NP, like, many, many times, I'm still finding new things about it that are really interesting. You know? Like, I just noticed something about the art of her NP. Like, just now. Oh, yeah. You go, Koyan! Use those buffed up attacks. Use all that shit I put into you to level you up. That's pretty funny. Okay, now's the time to try to stun. Perfection. It's exactly what we wanted, everybody. Get closer to the crit on that. So I hadn't looked closely enough to realize that she appears in a circle all around the outside of the mandala. Like, I just had not noticed that, like, detail. You know, because she's, like, so small comparatively on the screen, like, in her little, like, mirrored circle all the way around. So I just didn't notice. Maybe, Dakota? I saw the message before you deleted it. I don't know. I'm kind of in like a weird space where it comes to like leveling servants right now, where like I really need to double down outside of streams and like actually work on collecting mats, because otherwise I'm suffering here. Hey, there's my girl. Not that it matters much, because I haven't been able to level her skills yet. Just activating her shit to activate it. Just because it's fun. But at the same time, I mean... Overcharge our NP. Now we're really just gonna drop. Oh, you know what would be fun? That. Just so Melusine gets to, like, get one hit in there. Just one hit. Yeah, I need a lotto event. A lotto event during a time when I can actually play it. Yeah. Because I need stuff from a lotto. I just really need another lotto. I have enough servants now who are like, I'm working on leveling, that I should have a much easier time with a lotto than I did last time. And even last time I had a pretty easy time because I managed to get really far. Don't expect us to go easy on you, Dullahan. Did you get it? Not yet. Wind. See, the thing is, it wouldn't actually... I feel like that's a button that I can, for the most part, safely turn off, because I only tend to use servants that I've actually seen, like friend servants that I've seen. And I only use the servants of my own that I already know. So, like, in theory, I probably can just turn it off. I just don't know where that button is. And also, I don't know if that might affect, like, updates videos, you know? Because, like, if I knew a servant, but then they, like, got, like, a new form or something, or, like, a new... Well, no, I guess it wouldn't. Yeah, because the Ascension, like, I've already seen the Ascension, so unless they put, like, a costume on them... But then, does the spoiler view save me from, like, costumes? Because that might be the only reason to keep it. Is to... So I don't spoil myself for costumes that we then do in the updates. Bullseye. What? Master, I'm fine. Yeah, that's what I would assume. Maybe I should. It got away. No, your blow was definitely fatal, and Jean's fire was perfect. Of course, your orders were absolutely spot on too, Master. The only failure here was in my strategy. I underestimated Ryder's tenacity. Something about that entire sentence sounds like you're simultaneously trying to kiss up to me and save yourself. The hatred that wolf bears is deeper than the ocean itself. The wolf is the one controlling the night. I should have realized it sooner. Dullahans are only an urban legend. They may seem scary, but they're nothing more than a harmless concept. At most, they're innocent fright. But not that wolf. Its loathing knows no bounds. It doesn't eat people out of hunger, but out of hatred. It really despises people that much. Oh yes, after what just happened, I'm certain of it. That hatred is no mere thing of myth, nor is this wolf something that was simply worshipped and abandoned. It is a far more direct kind of hatred, the sort that comes from trauma, like having one's wife murdered. And I know of only one phantom spirit who meets that description. Oh, so it's an inverse. A beast that made its mark in mythology would be more akin to a phantasmal. A being who was once worshipped would never hate humans that much. Certainly not enough to eat them. I mean, it's such a barbaric act. So in other words, an inverse, a famous wolf with little historical bearing. The Wolf King. You are correct, Master. A man named Seaton once wrote about it. He described it as a real-life demonic beast, a monster so smart it was feared as a literal demon. He loathed humans for killing his mate Blanca, and that hate persisted until his death. Lobo, the king of Kurampao. Now I see. So it grew by feeding on both humans and hatred alike. Hey. The hell's wrong with you letting it escape after I went and used my noble phantasm? Oh yes, sorry about that. It was all my fault. Feel free to chew me out all you like. Stay away from me. You stink. I meant scold me for messing up, not ad hominem insults. I don't know, man. I feel like she deserves it at this point. Hi, Shattuck. Are you ashamed of yourself for this, Master? You should be. We'll get him next time. Yeah, that's better. Anyway, we've got this idiot back. Now what do we do? It's unfortunate we weren't able to finish off the rider of Shinjuku. But, with those wounds, it won't be returning to the front line anytime soon. The worst thing about that rider was its ability to zip around all of Shinjuku, but now that it's immobilized, we can take out the League of Phantom Fiends. In other words... Oh, I know, the Berserker. Ah, that puppet master, huh? Or rather, the puppet herself, as she's the one who poses the most danger. I say, didn't your parents ever teach you two not to finish other sentences for them? Now I've gone and wasted a perfectly good Eureka face. Shut up. Come on, Master, say something. Don't look at me. Don't look at me. Unfortunately for you, Master is already captivated with me. Oh, please, you wish. Who in their right mind would be attracted to an ice bitch queen so pale she'd make a corpse look tan? That is an unfortunate choice of dying words. Ladies, ladies, you're both pretty. I knew you and I wouldn't get along. Did you actually think I might consider you an ally? If this were a proper Holy Grail war, I'd have already killed you on the spot. Oh yeah? Well, no time like the present, huh? You make a good point. You're damn right I do, Ice Bitch Queen. Well, this isn't right. Why is this happening? Don't try and stop me, Master. My intuition is telling me to settle this here and now. I think your intuition might be wrong. Well, isn't this something? One moment we're having an ordinary conversation, the next they're trying to kill each other. This is the trouble with altered servants. Now. I'm sure you both have plenty you wish to say to one another, and things you'd like to kill each other over, but please, this is hardly the time. Let's take care of the Berserker of Shinjuku first, then you'll be free to do whatever terrible violence you wish to each other. Well, what do you say? They're not happy about it. I suppose I can wait that long to kill her. Fine with me, I can handle you anytime you're ready. Wonderful, it's great to see you two getting along. Now let's use our newly reforged alliance to take out the Berserker of Shinjuku. Go team! Go team! Let's get out of here, Master. Go on, lead the way already. Geez, you can be thick sometimes. Coming. Yay, team. Yay. Mash, thank you. Easy there, Archer. Ugh, what's with this hideout? It stinks, it's old, it's perfect for you, Ice Bitch Queen. Oh, gross. There's a dog? I hate dogs. But it's a puppy! If you don't like it, you're free to turn into your spirit form, or even better, disappear for good. You wish. Anyway, if Master can take it, so can I. Now, come on, Master. Don't you have anything to say? I'm waiting. It does. I know, right? I mean, of course it does, since I'm the one wearing it and all. What a pushover. Oh, another phone call. How would you like to handle it, Master? I'm glad the rescue mission worked out. I only wish I had some good news to follow it. Usually, I prefer to make my reports once I've grasped the full truth of a situation. In cases where there's no room for conjecture and ordinary people can't understand what's going on, I step in and conduct rigorous investigations. But this time, I'm afraid there was only so much even I could do. Even though there are still a number of unknowns, I need to pass this information on to you right away, regrettable as that may be. It's incredibly vexing, but I'm afraid I have no choice. After all, time is not on our side. I've never seen this man so desperate. He plans everything down to the smallest detail and thus utterly detests when things take too long. So while this method is atypical for him, it also means that everything in my investigation points to him as the culprit. In this malicious Shinjuku, the station has become a veritable dungeon and every building here is in some state of disrepair. However, have you noticed that there was one building which has been completely replaced? That's right, you've seen it before, the strange tower taking the place of the Metropolitan Government Building. The tower that grows day by day. That tower is the barrel of a gun. No, it's the Infinite City! Only the real ones will get that reference. Ha, I don't blame you for being taken back, Master, but as wild as it may seem, it's the truth. The Archer of Shinjuku, the one who isn't your servant, is the leader of the League of Phantom Fiends. And I now know what it is he's after. He plans to destroy the Earth, to obliterate it. To tackle that tower, you must first defeat the League of Phantom Fiends. The Berserker of Shinjuku, the Assassin of Shinjuku, the Rider of Shinjuku, and one more. An archer that uses modern-day weaponry. Jeanne d'Arc Alter knows him well, so you should ask her about him. I'm sure you'll be heading out to defeat those servants as soon as you have a chance of victory. Who do you plan on facing next? The Berserker. A reasonable decision. The Berserker can be found near Kabukicho. He's a typical tyrant and absolute dystopian. There's also the logistics program, what with you being outnumbered, but I'm sure you can handle that. The real problem is, well, you. I'm guessing you'll be presented with a choice. Though I'm afraid you'll get hurt no matter what decision you make. As your guide, let me give you some advice. Endure. Whatever it is, you can take it. Hang on to that nobility of yours, and you'll always be you. Oh, and as for the Archer of Shinjuku, don't trust him too much. I have no doubt that he is your enemy. Lovely. As long as I'm going around investigating like this, the Archer will surely be able to deduce the conclusion I've reached. So telling her not to trust him is not a stretch by any means. Anyway, now I just wait to see how he reacts upon learning about this. No doubt Master will try to trust him, but some suspicions will surely remain. When the time comes, will he attempt to kill her or merely deceive her? Or perhaps he'll do something that not even I can predict. Either way, we'll soon find out. Okay, that's the end of it. Alright, let's see. I'm not surprised there's a bunch of doujin involving them in the Master, but that's not personally my cup of tea. Partially because I just the Master is kind of a cop-out for me in terms of, like, not really having a lot of personality because it's a self-insert, essentially. And I really dislike reading those kind of fics now. I prefer reading fanfictions where I'm just seeing the interaction between characters, however the author is portraying it. So I don't typically read those kind of fics at all. And then, who has the better Shinjuku outfit? Definitely Jalter. I don't like booty shorts. I hate them. They're so uncomfortable. So I genuinely hate them. So like the top half of Salter's outfit is fine, but I don't like her shorts. Like, I actually don't. Okay, my room. Is it game options? Might be game options. Is it avoid ascension level story spoilers? I think it's that one. Yeah. Do I need to change the final ascension settings to supports? I think I do, because that way I'll see it on other people. Yeah. I can turn costumes on too. Yeah. Yeah, but for now they still are. You know, Jens? Like up till now, you know, I'm making the decisions, and like the most that the you know, the character that you're playing has done very little up to this point in the story to like deal with that sort of thing. Also, guys, give me 2 seconds. You're gonna quickly not be able to see the capture card for a second while I check something. Okay, alright. Alright, we're back. Actually, let me do this real quick. What am I low on? I'm low on a bunch of these. I'm not really high on any of them, to be honest. Just get them. Alright, so the Roost. Section 7. Okay. So now if I know stuff, Final Ascension and costumes will show up. Anna. There's an Anna. There's several Annas. I used an Anna last time. I'll use this Juge. I can't wait to get their Nendroids. I ordered them so long ago. I'm so excited. There are several ways of leading people into a trap. One is to cut off their escape routes, making them think their current path is the only way forward. Another is to make them think their current path is the way they should go forward, and stop them from considering other paths as options. I wonder which trap she will fall for. Not that it makes any difference now, of course, since she's made the wrong choice right from the beginning. What's this? You say you cannot trust me. Talk about the most reasonable advice in the world. I don't have anything else to add to that. I hate to admit it, but I agree with you. The very fact that our enemy has the same servant is grounds for suspicion. Has anyone ever told you two that you have trust issues? Anyway, it doesn't matter. You still trust me, don't you, Master? No. A most practical answer. Very well then, let us go and defeat the Berserker of Shinjuku so that you may trust me more. But first, let me tell you everything I know. While we do have a better chance of victory now that there are 3 of us, it's still only a chance. If we were to attack head-on, we would surely be torn apart. Yeah, you're right. See, like, genuinely, out of these 2 outfits, yeah. It's like the toss-up, because, like, I don't really yeah, I don't like the shorts. I'm not a huge fan of them. I don't think they look very good. Yeah, you're right, indeed. Is it really that dangerous? Jean and Altry are both extremely powerful servants. I don't like the odds of a head-on battle either, but I can't believe you would have no chance at all. Well, to put it simply, it's all about numbers. There are about 200 coloraturas stationed in Kabukicho, and another 100 that patrol around Shinjuku on a regular basis. Yeah, Frostshard. I like to cultivate that lack of trust in my players. So, 300 altogether. In other words, if we charge in head-on, we'll be greeted by 200 coloraturas all at once. Needless to say, we wouldn't last long. Even if we servants didn't die, Master certainly would, and without her, I'm afraid the game is over. And that's not all. While these 200 coloraturas are wandering around Kabukicho, they're also listening to a song playing from the loudspeakers. A song? Naturally, a song sung by the Berserker of Shinjuku's beloved, our heroine, Christine. Every time she finishes singing, the coloraturas applaud. This repeats all day, every day. Yikes, talk about violating labor laws. As it stands, Kabukicho is presently an impregnable fortress. And if that weren't enough, the area is a maze of similar-looking buildings, any of which could contain a number of coloraturas. No, not to mention that they can see us all clearly from atop the buildings. If we find ourselves in a situation with puppets coming at us from all sides, then it'll be the end of the line, Master, and I don't like that. I believe I've fought some of the patrolling puppets before. What else can you tell us about them? Oh yeah, I've busted a few of them up myself. I've fought them more than once too, and managed to fend them off before they brought in reinforcements. But no matter what, within 36 hours, they once again number 200. Quite the phenomenon, isn't it? And here's another bit of information. The coloraturas assigned to patrol don't just keep Kabukicho safe, they also regularly abduct people. Why is that? Oh, I think you can imagine. And that is what I know of Kabukicho. So has anyone come up with a strategy that doesn't include attacking head-on? Sniping? Sadly, I doubt that even my entire long-range arsenal would be enough to take her down. In that case, I shall cut them all down with my Excalibur Morgan. Unfortunately, that won't work either. Even if you obliterated all of Kabukicho, the Coloraturas and Berserker would survive. Besides, I'm sure you two have noticed the abnormality that permeates all of Shinjuku. While it may not be at Age of Gods levels, for Tokyo in 1999, there is an impossible amount of magical energy swirling about. That energy has been pouring into concrete buildings to the point that even they now harbor it. Thus, I am forced to conclude that your sacred sword can do little to wreak devastation on Kabukicho. Yes, I suppose you're right. Oh, so you admit you're a weakling. I guess that does take a courage of sorts. And I suppose you could do better with your little matchstick? It's more than hot enough to melt you, ice bitch queen. Easy there. You stay out of this. I think I may have a suggestion. But first, there is something I'd like you all to do. Bring back one coloratura without harming it. And why do you want us to do that? Kabukicho is dominated by illusions and puppets, so to see it clearly, we need a puppet of our own. Ugh, what a pain. Very well then, come with me, Master. There are a number of materials I'll need to modify it, so I'll go and find those in the meantime. That shouldn't be too difficult since the local merchants have them for sale. Oh. Yeah, I can imagine. I'm still surprised that the Count of Monte Cristo said that we shouldn't trust him. Perhaps he knows Archer's true identity? I mean, that guy's a puzzle in and of himself. Well, whatever. If he's gonna betray us, it'll be at a crucial moment. Until then, we can keep using each other. Shh, coloraturas. Eek! Please don't. Somebody help me. They're taking the people away. I know we have to stop them, but... Yeah, that's very kind of you. Just don't blame me if you get caught up in a big mess. I see you're preparing for battle even as you say that. Perhaps you're kinder than you let on. Alright, it's time to capture a coloratura. We await your orders, Master. Also, for as much as I love MASH, it is really nice to not have every single fight prefaced by, ready for your orders, Master, or like some variation of like every single fight when there's too many fights. First of all, there are less fights here so far, and second of all, it's nice that MASH gets lines that aren't just like, awaiting your orders, Master. There we go. Fair. That just seems... I mean, I guess if you're trying to access something underwater, you know? I guess that makes some level of sense. But it is very amusing, because it's not the sort of spell you would expect typically. So close. So close. Yeah. Well, I mean, there is power word kill once, like, even in the modern. I mean, yeah, it's been nerfed, but if you play with the old rules, it hasn't. I personally think that it's such a cop-out to nerf power word kill by saying that, like, it only works if they're already under 100 HP. And if they're over 100 HP, it doesn't work. Like, that's such a stupid fucking nerf. Like, it's a 9th level spell called Power Word Kill. Like, what the fuck? I understand that, like, some enemies have the ability to cast 9th level spells, and you can't just give them the ability to cast Power Word Kill, you know? But, like, first of all, they might not have access to it if they don't have, like, the right class or anything. Second of all, it's very rare that you fight an enemy that has 9th level spellcasting with the ability to use Power Word Kill. So I feel like it's not really that much of an issue to just leave it unnerfed, you know? And, like, create some sort of other workaround. I don't know. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Especially because, like, if you're fighting something that's got 9th level spells, you are already a high enough level that you probably have access to Resurrection, which means Power Word Kill does not need to be nerfed. Like, genuinely. It's such a stupid decision. Like, so stupid. Alright, we've captured a puppet and helped the people escape. Endure sounds like something the Count of Monte Cristo would say. What? What's going on? It's nothing. Master, I shall carry the coloratura. Why don't you kill some time in the bookstore? Huh? What are you talking about? Let's get going already. Ugh, this is such a pain. Oh, are you capable of anything at all other than sheer ineptitude? Where'd that come from? Welcome back. I'm all set and ready to go. Here, a coloratura. Just as I thought. So, you knew that when you made us carry it? What a depraved little man you are. I figured it would help us to know just what sort of opponent we're up against. See for yourself what's beneath its face. It's a dead human. It's a dead human. The hell? What is that? That's a human brain. And not only that, its eyes and nerves are all human too. It's just like that one Criminal Minds episode where the dude is abducting people, sewing masks onto their face, and using them like human puppets in a theater play to reenact his own twisted fantasies. I hate that that is a sentence that I can say. Master, I encourage you not to look too closely. You won't soon forget the sight. Now do you understand, Seki? That berserker is turning people into puppets. First he strips them of their skin, then he removes their bones, leaving only some muscle and nerves, which he then packs inside an empty mannequin. When he's done, he has a new autonomous marionette, one that sings no less. This leaves us with two questions. First, what is his goal in doing this? And second, is it possible to save these puppets? For the first question, ordinarily one would think that humans move better than puppets. However, now that I have dismantled this one, I can see that this is not the case. The more I look at it, the more his artistic sensibilities shine through. Don't call it artistic! What do you think, Leonardo da Vinci of Chaldea? Yes, I see what you mean. Much as I hate to admit it, this handiwork shows true artistry. Ugh. Fucking saucery up in this bitch. Da Vinci, what do you mean? This is most likely based on loathing and fastidiousness. Loathing of the human form and fastidiousness in thinking of non-humans as beautiful. These two things overlap, and as a result, him creating these things is nothing but a mere hobby. There's no sense expecting such a thing from a berserker, especially not one quite so mad as him. Now, as to the second question, is it possible to save these people? No. Once someone has been turned into a puppet, they'll remain a puppet until their death. For starters, the process of making them into puppets shatters their minds beyond repair. They're not alive. They are being preserved in an undead state. What hope of rescue could there be for them once they've seen their very bodies disassembled? No, they are very much dead and broken. A horrific crime, but since they are already beyond hope. Master, what would you think of misusing this puppet for our own ends? Did they announce that Campaign 4 is going to be in D&D 1 and not Daggerheart? Because I know rumors were going around that it was going to be run in Daggerheart, but it must have been in preparation for like months and months before it came out. And I don't think Daggerheart's been like properly ready for that long. But I would be interested to see them play using the 1 D&D rules. Just because I did playtest that content, and I agree with some of the changes that, like, I do agree with some of the changes that Wizards of the Coast made to 1 D&D. Okay, yeah, so, I mean, they call it D&D 2024, but I remember it as 1 D&D, because when it first started coming out, they were going to call it 1 D&D. Um, okay. So, all right, I wasn't sure that they'd confirmed it yet. I know I'm waiting for that campaign to start. I think it's probably the only one that I'll catch from the beginning and try to keep up with week to week. It just, the last three, I mean, I don't think I was even aware of it when the first one came out, and then even when the second and third ones were running, I just didn't have the time. But yeah. I do really want to keep up with this one because I really like Brennan. And I'm interested in seeing Matt Mercer as a player, like in a more permanent state, sort of not just like as one-offs. Interesting. Yeah, sure, tacos. Hold it. What exactly do you have in mind? I mean to plant a bomb inside this puppet. Huh. These puppets return to Kabukicho at regular intervals. Once our armed puppet sneaks in, kaboom! It will wreak havoc among the puppets and give us a chance to assassinate their queen. This way, we can take out the berserker of Shinjuku. It does make sense. Wait, that's... Yeah, I guess that'll work. This thing stopped being human a long time ago. Any semblance of who it used to be is gone. It's nothing more than an empty husk now. It's even worse than evil spirits and stuff like that. At least those still have their old personalities. But this thing is completely empty. Nothing we need to concern ourselves about. Well, that's a little callous. Tell me, Archer of Shinjuku, what is it you would have our master choose? Proof of her willingness to get her hands dirty here in Shinjuku. I assume you've heard the expression, fight fire with fire. Yes? Ah, yes. A well-worn classic. To destroy evil, one must use a different form of evil. There's also a saying in the medical community about how poison in small doses can be a remedy. It's the same principle that gave us penicillin from blue mold and anticoagulation meds from leeches. For that matter, vaccines are nothing more than a poison administered in small enough doses to trigger the body's defenses, giving it protection against stronger poisons. You've already proven yourself to be more than worthy of being a master, but you have yet to demonstrate your willingness to wade through the muck that is Shinjuku to achieve our goals. So can you push the button to detonate such a bomb? I love how both the choices are just ... Now then, it will take some time to modify this puppet. Feel free to think it over in the meantime. Okay, we're still going. Alright. Master. I suppose this won't sound very convincing, since I'm not there with you, but you will always be my master, the one who reached out to me on that day. No matter what happens there in Shinjuku, that part of you will always shine forth. I'm still a long way from repaying the debt I owe you, but that much I know for certain. Jesus! Not at all. I wish there was more I could do to help. All right, the puppet is ready to go, Master. Shall we? Huh. Okay. 10 all at once simultaneously, or 10 coming in and out throughout the campaign? I'm a little disappointed that they won't use Daggerheart. I think that would have been a wonderful introduction to the Daggerheart system, and kind of like basically just a showing of how how it's different and stuff. But I'm not that disappointed. I'm very eager to get Daggerheart. Okay, Master, here's the detonator. I'll tell you when it's the right time. All you'll need to do is press the button. Don't worry, you won't be killing any people, though I'm sure you'll find that little solace. Anyway, it's time. Let's go liberate Kabukicho. Okay, both. That makes sense. Alright, guys, I'm going to be back in a second. You can sit on this screen for a bit, but it's going to be silent because I'm turning off my mic. Alright. I should be back. Where are you sending it? Let's see. Oh, oh, what the fuck? Oh, it's reincarnation. Okay, okay. I was like, is this resurrection? No, no, it's reincarnation. I read it wrong immediately because I'm an idiot. Okay. I guess. Yeah. It's very interesting, though. But I love that, like, some of the options here, like, let's just reincarnate you as a fucking werebear, or a small rock, or a Pegasus. Like, oh my god, a Neanderthal? Imagine getting reincarnated as a Neanderthal. That would suck. Okay. Alright. Section 8. Casters again. Let's see. Oh, let me use this Wu-Zetian caster. It could be fun. Ah, Empress Christine. Jesus. I mean, personally, my biggest problem with Wizards of the Coast is not them introducing a new sort of like modifications to like D&D, right? Like the D&D 2024 is because I think D&D has always evolved and innovated, and like I understand that like switching systems, especially if like you feel sort of the onus or the pressure to like purchase new materials and stuff like that is rough, right? Like learn a slightly different or altered system, you know, have to purchase new materials and all that sort of stuff. But you know, at the same time, my biggest problem with what Wizards of the Coast is doing right now, and why I'm excited for Daggerheart coming out, and just other TTRPGs in general, is not the fact that they've started D&D 2024. It's that they're feeling the need to like all of a sudden up their output scale on like how many books per year get released, and like are they additions, are they like extra adventures, are they like Ghost of Saltmarsh, which was like, here's the rules for boats officially, but also a small campaign. And it kind of goes from, because from what I remember at least, back in like 2017 when I first got into D&D, books were coming out like 4 times a year-ish, right? Like 1 per quarter. And I could justify saving for like a $50 book every 3 months. But now they're coming out like every other month or once a month. And a lot of what's coming out isn't new material. Like we're getting a lot of stuff from D&D 1 through 4 brought into 2024, which is nice, but not when there's like 2 Vecna books coming out within 2 months and they're both $50, you know? It's too much, right? Like if you're gonna release that many books, what you should be doing is alternating something brought forward from an older edition and something new and unique, right? That way, the people who already know these old modules and have like the kind of know-how to like adapt them themselves, or maybe have like the old Vecna Eve of Ruin books, don't need to necessarily buy a new Vecna, but then you get something like Ghost of Saltmarsh where you can buy something that's got some like new mechanics and stuff. Or like the other way around, like let's say you want Vecna but you don't really need pirate ships or something like that. I don't know, it's too much for me, like too many books coming out too fast, and it's such a sustained high price, right? Like I think I also remember there being books that were like $29.99, and now I think the minimum buy-in for a book is $39.99 to $49.99. And now they're also releasing like the special editions of the books, which are like $70.99 with like exclusive covers, and then you can get like the 3-in-1 sets in both like the regular books and then in the fancy covers, and so on. And then, you know, it just seems like a lot coming out very fast. Like the output has gone up so substantially in the past like 2-3 years. And the thing is, I like to have physical books, right? Like, I don't get me wrong, I can access every single bit of published D&D stuff for free. I have websites for that. That's basically just completely digitized for free. But sometimes I don't want to have to use my laptop to like find sometimes I like to be able to give my players a physical book to look at, right? Rather than just telling them, go to this website and try to navigate it, you know? Sometimes when I'm running a campaign, it's easier for me to have the physical book there so I can like just flip in between pages that I've bookmarked rather than trying to like, you know, path my way to whatever the part I need is in the PDF I have or in the online website I'm using. I like to have physical books, but I don't like to pay $50 every other month for books that are coming out, that aren't necessarily universally useful, you know? Like Vecna, Eve of Ruin. I really, really want to either run or play in a Vecna, Eve of Ruin campaign, but it's such a specific book that I wouldn't ever buy it unless I had a specific reason to, you know? Well, that'll be interesting. I can imagine that they're not all going to be there every time, but like I know that many players can be somewhat overwhelming unless you've got like a really good handle on it, because the game I run right now, my biggest game is, I think it's like 10 players. Either 9 or 10 players. And that can get a little funky. Desire leads to fantasy. Fantasy leads to reality. Sing, sing, sing. Dance, dance, dance. We are fiction and we are real. We are real and we are not. There is no truth to be found, but more than enough fiction. My queen, my princess, my empress, my beauty, my pride, my heroine. Ah, Christine, Christine Daae. No matter what form you take, no matter what form you may be, you shall always rule over all. Now I implore you, give me your orders that I may see them done. Kill them, strip them, rob them, increase them, cover them, endow them, accept them, increase them. Ah, Christine, 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 once again you desire more. Of course, I shall bring you a greater audience. I shall send out tickets and invite them. I will not fail you, my Christine. Soon your singing will be heard throughout all of Shinjuku. Let me go. Get your hands off of me. No, no, no. Stupid puppets. You things are disgusting. Let me go, you little... Come, sing with us. Share in our joy. Enjoy this beauty forevermore, for all eternity. Let them join our coloraturas. No, please, not that. Anything but that. That's some horror movie vibes. Yeah. Especially because the Critical Role campaigns are weekly. I mean, I run my game monthly, and like, we've discussed is that we'd all love to run twice a month, but we literally cannot, like, all of us cannot make the commitment to have 2 days a month where every single one of us is free from like a 3 p.m. to 9 p.m. window, like a 6-hour window on a weekend. And because we all have like varying forms of work, and some of us are night shift, some of us are day shift, we can't run during the week. It's a struggle. Please don't, I'm begging you. Now, a round of applause. This is all for you, my beloved Christine. Ah! What? Knick-knack, that is not my fault. Arguably, I am the most cooperative. Okay, done and done. The coloratura is ready. I've also rewritten its programming. How, you ask? That's my little secret. How big will the explosion be? It should be quite destructive for something improvised solely from materials found here in Shinjuku. At the very least, it should be enough to sow chaos when it goes off. Ready with the switch, Master? Yeah. Wonderful. Then let's set this coloratura on his way. Also, don't we already have plans for our next, we already have the date planned for our next game day. Wonderful. Then let's set this coloratura on its way. Yeah, I mean, to a certain extent, like, games that go that long are really impressive, but like, oh, if you're only meeting that often, you know? Good, it worked. Altria, Jean, please get to your positions. Understood. Master, try not to overexert yourself. Yeah. Go ahead and antagonize if you want. And don't cry after you've done the deed. It's unbecoming. You're not doing anything wrong. If you can't remember that, I'll burn it into you myself. Rude. Let me have my little moral quandary. Alright, 10 minutes to go. Can you do this, Master? Yes. I mean, I'm gonna do it. Luckily, I'm not actually having to make this decision in front of me. Sometimes you just gotta have hope, Knick-Knack. And also remind people a week or two in advance. Every time. Master. I see. Okay, that's alright then. Archer? Okay, let's say we blow this puppet up. All it takes is the proverbial flip of a switch. Was that an old-fashioned thing to say? My apologies. I am 50-ish after all. I pressed it! Why? You know, I'm really not sure myself. Not a clue. I suppose just seeing your resolve was more than enough proof for me. After all, it doesn't really matter that much whether it is you or I who presses the button, does it? I may have completely forgotten my past, but there is one thing I'm absolutely sure of. I am an evil person. There's no doubt about that much. You showed me that you were prepared to dirty your hands. I decided that was enough. Anyway, that's enough of that. Come, Master, now is the time to make our attack. I don't need a calendar! I use the one on my phone, Knick-Knack! Deal with the other two! Yeah, Daggerheart, I mean, yeah, D&D is currently more accessible to a wider audience, but I would argue that in a lot of ways, D&D is not accessible to a new audience. D&D is more accessible to people who already know what it is, right? But Wizards of the Coast has upped the prices so much and upped the output that now it's not accessible to new people getting into it, which hopefully Daggerheart will be, because it'll be a lot less books, which means a lot less commitment to getting into. So, pros and cons there, but currently, I mean, the way that D&D is advertised, it is not cheap, and it is not accessible for most people. Because it's not as if people are advertising that you can get everything for free super easily and sending these sites around. I mean, the advertising you get is from Wizards of the Coast, you know, and stuff, and Hasbro, and they're really pushing buy the books, you know? Alright, that's pretty impressive, gents. I mean, I think currently the campaign that I'm running right now is probably the longest continuous one that's been meeting regularly. I think we've only ever skipped 2 game times that we were all there for, and then obviously we've taken time off with my vacations. But that's really it. Oh, no need to thank me. I had planned on letting you press the button right up until the last instant. What's important is that you have an iron will, the resolve to cross the line and kill, the determination to do what must be done to achieve your goal. That is what the Holy Grail War, the battle to repair humanity, entails. Now let's get going. Hi, Carlos. I'll clear a path. You go, Jalter. Nope, that was Salter. Never mind. There are still so many of them, even after that massive explosion. You're up, Dynamite Woman. Who are you calling dynamite? Stop using terms you clearly don't understand. My flames are the flames of revenge, flames that even burn me as they bring anguish and despair. Yeah, I did see that. Yeah, I was very excited to see that because I was like, the Wizards of the Coast needs to understand the decisions. I know that Hasbro has a lot of influence on those now, but Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast need to understand that they need to step the fuck back. Like, they need to step the fuck back, think about their audience, and think about the fact that D&D is something that money is not necessary for, and they need to learn how to market and produce their content as an accessory and not the main driving force of an entire franchise and system. Because I guarantee you, if they promoted their stuff as, like, accessories properly, they'd probably get a lot more, like, good vibes from consumers. Rather than have the books so you can play it. No. So you like D&D, let us offer you some things that can contribute to your enjoyment, you know? And support the continued existence of this. That takes care of that. Go on, Master. Jump. If Jalter told you to jump off a bridge into fire, would you? That explosion was truly merciless in every sense of the word. Very well then, let's start taking care of these coloraturas. Our targets are the Berserker of Shinjuku, also known as the Phantom of the Opera, and Christine Daae. They're not undead. Love that. I mean, I didn't pick her because of that. I knew I wasn't fighting undead, but it is still a little bit funny. Oh. Did I do it in the wrong order then? Because it literally said no effect. Oh, yeah, that's fair. I wanted to drop the NP anyways, so that gives me a chance. Hey, fuck off. Stop it. Stop it. Don't do that. Don't be a bitch. Okay. Yeah. So in theory, yeah. So with Summer Woo, you need to use her NP fast so you can apply the undead trait to your enemies, and then you can use her buffs, which give you the bonuses to undead enemies. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. So it's really on you to try to get her NP charged as fast as possible to use it. Which makes sense, you know? Especially with all the ways that we have to be able to do that. You know, like the CEs and the skills and stuff like that. I want to hit you with... See her attacks. Gonna whack it. That's so cute. I really like Summer Woo. I'm so happy I got her. Yeah, I am. I'm liking them a lot. I'll probably go pick up Jalter from the evocation store in just a little bit. After I finished a few more sections. Adult woo is good woo. I have both woos, so I'm happy with both, but adult woo is good woo. Fair. I mean, like I said earlier, I'm not pulling anything else from the evocation shop as far as I'm aware this round, so you know, it doesn't really hurt how much I'm saving to go get a servant, and all their mats. Well, not necessarily the coins, but all the other mats. Okay. Ah, berserkers. I love a good berserker option. So we already used Ibuki Doji once, so we'll use Arjuna Altar this time. Someday I'll have a looper I can use as a proper looper. Alright, we're in. Now, Mash. Right, I'm picking up 4 servants. 2 of them are Altria and Jean, but the other 2 are quickly closing in on Master. So the berserker's here. Ah. The coloraturas, our precious audience, is burning up. The puppets I created to praise Christine's singing are disappearing. Hey there, berserker. Actually, hold on, I've been wondering. Exactly which of you is the berserker? Burn, abuse, brutalize, kill. Ah, my beloved are leaving, disappearing, vanishing. I guess it doesn't matter when you're both so distraught. But then again, that isn't really Christine, is it? It's just a doll. Are you sure it was a good idea to say that? You're wrong. She is, without a doubt, my beloved songstress, Christine. A lonely phantom spirit, a princess turned doll since she was never alive to begin with. A sad doll who had everything but her songs taken. As a doll, Christine was broken from the start. It was my dream, my desire that broke her. Thus it is only right that I am now her subordinate. A phantom spirit. So basically, Christine was summoned without enough spirit origin and sealed into a puppet? I see. No wonder she went mad. If any of us were robbed of something essential to who we were, it would drive us mad, too. In that case, Eric, that leaves no room for doubt. You are the berserker. Instead of taking responsibility, you have abandoned it utterly. In your cruelty, you have chosen to sacrifice yourself and Christine in a spiral of mutual destruction. And if that weren't enough, you have also sacrificed hundreds of lives along the way. And what are you going to do about that, Archer? That's not up to me to decide. Master, your orders. Well said, Master. They must be defeated or there will be no end to this madness. Our audience is still too small, our accolades still too few in number. Your voice deserves to be heard by all for years and years to come. Let's break them all, let's kill them all, let's fight them all, let's sing. My song must be heard throughout the world, since this world is already coming to an end. Their magical energy is surging. Get ready, Master, they're about to attack. In terms of, like, extra classes, like I said, if there's an upcoming 4-star ticket, my choice for that will be Estrella, which is sort of an extra class. And then outside of that, I don't really know who my next extra class target is because I've got, like, because I'm currently targeting very much non-extra class people. Also, oh, look at Arjuna. That's adorable. Oh, they both have break bars. Fuck off. I hate that. I hate that. Fucking break bars. Yeah, I do like Van Gogh. But if I get Van Gogh, I would want minor Van Gogh specifically. You know? Because that's my favorite Van Gogh. Yeah, isn't Van Gogh minor a welfare? I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Yeah, yeah. So I'll get that one. Gonna break Christine's fucking break bar real quick. Just so it's gone. Oh wow, that's a interesting... Well, might as well. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of want Voyager. Like a lot. Like I'm very interested in Voyager. What can I say? The Lancers are just great. Reduce the cooldown on your skills. So you'll be ready to pop your skill next round. I mean, it's not my fault that they just created so many fantastic Lancers. But you know, to be fair, I do think something to note here is that I probably will enjoy... I need to do that stream where I go back over all the old servants, because I'm at the point where I've started to kind of like forget who I've done and what do we have, you know, like what we have in the list of like stuff that I remember doing. And I forget like what they look like and how they behave and how much I like them at this point. Because some of these people, like, we did, like, so long ago, and I don't really interact with them a whole lot. So, like, I've hardly remember them, which sucks. Yeah, you bonked me in chat earlier for making that is candy joke. Because Iskandar is candy. Voyager's such a good boy. I really want Voyager. I swear to fucking God, I'll kill for Summer Balban at this point. I'm so mad about getting the other two and not her. Ah, her song. It stopped. La la la. Ah, I can no longer sing. At last, I don't have to sing anymore. Wait, did I want to sing or did I not want to sing? Tell me, Eric, was I summoned in order to sing? Yes, Christine, you were, but now that role is over. It's over. It's all over. The curtain is about to fall on our stage. Thank you, Christine. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. There is no one more beautiful than you. I see. You're a liar, Eric. Maybe, but I think to a certain point that would be kind of overwhelming, because like we've done so many servants, and I think it would either turn into just get Castoria and Oberon and Skahak Skadi, or it would just be overwhelming with the amount of things, you know. So I'm not sure how well that would work, because like I know get Castoria, get Skahak Skadi, get Oberon, you know? Like, I know that those are three really good supports that I don't have. But, like, you know. And I will roll for Skahak Skadi this winter. She's on Raid Up this winter. You're right. My love for you has long since been tarnished, yet I pretended not to notice. I averted my eyes from this truth and continued to drown in Shinjuku's desires. What a fool I was, master of Chaldea. The League of Phantom Fiends is full of desire, much like how we sought out accolades. One member seeks to exacerbate, another seeks glory, but one thing remains incomprehensible. You who stand above us all, the Archer, what in the world is it that you desire? You are... Emiya, you bastard! Yeah. I mean, yeah, I know that she's a great support. That doesn't change the fact that I don't have her, and she's not on my short list of servants to, like, roll, per se, you know? Like, Skahak yeah, absolutely. I'm super interested in getting Skahak. And, like, Castoria works great, but there are servants I want more than her, per se. I think. You know? And then there are servants I want who aren't really smart choices, you know? Like, won't really be great options. I just want to have them. I need to sort between those two, like, types of servants. Because, like, servants I want but aren't really good for me, and servants that I like and I could roll on and are good for me, and I need to kind of decide my priorities there. I would love young Da Vinci. That would be great. He burst from the inside? You talk too much. What kind of berserker grieves at their own death, anyway? If you're really broken, act like it and just die in misery. Aren't you... Searching for spirit origin. An inverted state, so an alter, class, archer, Emiya? So my spirit origin's record's still around, but that doesn't change the fact that you're just my quarry. I'll kill you all without a second thought, so don't complain too much when you're dead. Tell me, why did you kill him? Some reason I shouldn't have? A moron trying to monologue on his deathbed doesn't deserve pity. Honestly, it feels weird just hearing you, of all people, ask me that. I guess that's why you're only half of the real Archer of Shinjuku. Yes, you've got me there. Hang on. If you know who I really am, do you know my true name? Of course. A guy as famous as you, it'd be weirder if I didn't. Not that I'll be telling you. Oh, come now. Don't be like that. Even a hint will suffice. So that's the way your good side thinks, huh? Don't worry about it. It won't matter when you're dead. Altria, Jean. Another enemy servant has shown up. Please hurry to Master and Archer immediately. Let's see. Hey! Yes, Summer Da Vinci's adorable. So the Berserker is gone, but the Coloraturas still remain. Ugh, I don't have time for this crap. I've got my hands full with these puppets. No! I hate to fight one battle after another, but it seems we have no choice. Master, your orders. No need for that. What? Hey. Nice to meet you, Lord Emiya. I am Hassan of the Cursed Arm, an assassin. Forgive me for joining this side. I have my reasons. Hey, Cursed Arm! Well, well, so you got summoned too. I'm surprised an assassin would try to play hero instead of keeping to their usual dirty work. If this is some kind of joke, it's not very funny, Hassan-i Sabah. It won't be much longer until those two escape from the Coloraturas and make their way here. Perhaps it would be easier for you to make a retreat? Not that I'm obligated to warn you, of course. Of course, if you wish to be torn open like the Berserker of Shinjuku, then by all means, ready your weapons. In fact, go ahead, take aim. Give me an excuse to bury you here and now. How irritating. I don't much care for confusing situations like this, so I'll be taking my leave. Besides, I really can't stand her. Yeah, Uncle Cursed Arm! One more second and he would have been dead. Damn it, just another instant and I could have burned his stupid scarred face off. So who are you, an enemy? No, this man is an ally! Good to see you again, Hassan. Assuming you remember us, of course. My apologies, but I'm afraid I do not. However, I do know that my spirit origin sees you as friends. No! Uncle Cursed Arm! So an ally, eh? Indeed. I am humbly at your service, Master. Thanks! Not at all. If I wish to save this world, I must save you as well. Well, we can all catch up later. Right now, we need to make our escape from Kabukicho. Yeah. I didn't know Uncle Cursed Arm was here. That's great! We love him. Alright, we're going to do section 9, and then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go buy Summer Jalter. Oh, it's giving me Lancer rate-ups. Interesting. We love a good Lancer rate-up. Hey! We just use Arjuna, so this feels fitting. So the Berserker of Shinjuku is gone. At the risk of sounding a bit cliched, it seems we've finally reached the beginning of the end. I've checked my calculations countless times. They appear correct. Time continues to flow, pooling at a single point. Now then, I believe Assassin was next. The Berserker of Shinjuku is gone, or rather, I killed him. I know. I also know how you ran away with your tail between your legs. Wow, word travels fast. Then you also know why I did that. Of course. Assassin told you to. I don't get it. Why risk the danger of getting close to them? Assassin may be chivalrous, but he is also very much a phantom spirit. A man like that who always pretends to be someone he's not will never become a heroic spirit. So he cannot resist the temptation to observe heroes up close and personal in order to determine if they are worth his transforming into them or not. It's too risky. If you ask me, it's like handing your head over to the enemy. It is indeed risky. It's also glorious and arrogant. He takes everything from his targets and tramples it as if to relieve the gloom he felt while alive. However, his process is entirely too unclear. Assassin has decided to kill the Chaldean master. But when? How? Even I don't know. With his innate chivalry and doppelganger nature mixed together, perhaps not even he understands his own thoughts. Is this telling me that that's not actually Uncle Cursed Arm and it's the actual assassin of Shinjuku just shapeshifted into Hassan of the Cursed Arm? Is that what it's telling me? I mean, I don't know. Maybe Emiya's just a dick. A man like him who could and would kill someone he's talking to at any possible moment is a monster. He has become an irredeemable psychotic killer. So he's like an evil sentient time bomb that could go off at any moment, eh? He would hate to be interrupted. Let's wait and see how this plays out. I have my own things I must look into. Wow, I'm surprised you haven't already turned over every stone there is. There is a new variable to consider, one that steadfastly defies quantification and predictability. Emiya, why don't you go take a walk around Shinjuku and see how Shakespeare's craft is coming along? According to my calculations, the King Lear monster should soon be complete. King Lear, huh? What an interesting choice. I wonder what sort of monster a crazed old man like him will turn into here in Shinjuku. All right, I'll go take a look. Funkle. No, that's a fun uncle. Now, it should be about time to make your entrance. You can hide, but traces of your presence remain. You could have erased them if you'd put your mind to it, but since you let them be, you're clearly choosing to make yourself known. My rival, my sworn enemy, my bane. I've waited for this moment for what feels like eternity. The League of Phantom Fiends, the Barrel, me, the Phantom Spirits, all of it. Hi, Sherlock. Was to set the stage for your entrance, Sherlock Holmes. The minute he said my rival. Aha, so this is the roost you mentioned. It rather reeks of hamburgers, doesn't it? Yeah, good boy. Growl at him. I see I'm not very welcome here. I suppose I can't blame you given what I look like. If you don't like it, Assassin, you're free to leave or to return to your spirit form. Jean, you should leave regardless, and return to spirit form while you're at it. Now, the important thing is that we managed to defeat the Berserker of Shinjuku. I think this calls for a celebratory toast. No thanks, I'm beat. I just want to rest. I need to take care of my cuirassier altar. The rest of you can figure out what to do for yourselves. I can't drink. I mean, I can, but Master can't. I see. Well, it wouldn't be right to coax someone who can't drink into drinking, would it? If you like, I would be glad to join you for a drink. Aha, I knew you'd come through, Hassan. Would you like a beer? Low malt beer? Whiskey? Whiskey would be grand. In that case, I believe I shall have a beer, or rather a cheap low malt beer from a no-name brewery. I can't say it's delicious, but it's not terrible either. It's perfectly middle of the road. What an odd thing to focus on. All right, Hassan, bottoms up. You are too kind. Ah, that hits the spot. I love being 50-ish. You're doing great, Master. I hope you know that. Buddy. You know, you shouldn't take your youth for granted. Before you know it, your back will hurt all the time, your eyes will be tired, you'll have no energy. So you know what I shed then? That's right, society's the real criminal here, I said. That's what makes this system broken in the first place, I said. So I swept it all under the rug and made off with more than half his estate. I really pulled a fast one on him. Ha! I'm the best. Oh, I didn't remember that at all. I thought it might have been something, though, because it seemed a little odd to just go into drinking when we haven't really mentioned it before. I'm feeling sleepy. I did not know that servants could get drunk. If we want to, yes, how strange. He seems like just a harmless old man when intoxicated. Do you all know what sort of man this Archer of Shinjuku is? You're gonna tell us he's our enemy, right? We already know that. He claims to have amnesia. You don't actually believe something so absurd, do you? The thing is, I don't think they've been that subtle, or I've just missed a bunch of things. Because, like, I really feel like they have not been very subtle about the hints thus far. Towards Moriarty, towards Holmes, even, like, Hassan of Cursed Arm, like, they basically outright said he's a fake. Given that they showed us the assassin earlier and then didn't reveal what he looked like, but, like, obviously it was not the same silhouette. You know. How gracious of you. I must say, Master, you are a most admirable woman. You not only prevented the incineration of humanity, you even came here to resolve this small singularity. Oh, but it is. For that matter, Shinjuku itself is not even worthy of being saved. Shinjuku in 1999 was a perfectly ordinary city full of squalor and fever, just like any other city. And see, this does not sound like Hassan of the Cursed Arm. If humanity had been completely incinerated, then this distortion would also have some meaning. But you have already taken care of that. As such, this distortion will disappear on its own one day. Even if the Holy Grail were used, this hell wouldn't last a month. That may be, but the incineration was only just averted. Everything could still fall apart starting here. Especially when we don't know what we're up against or what they want. As I said, I'm sure I've missed something, but like all the hints that I've caught so far have seemed very obvious. The destruction of this planet. Huh? Hassan? I heard about it before. What the League of Phantom Fiends wants is utter devastation. To smash apart this entire planet. Come now, you're just making up nonsense. There's no way that could actually happen. I agree, but the fact remains that is their objective. Count of Monte Cristo. That Seeker of Vengeance said the same thing? No, it's still nonsense. Even at full power, a top servant's noble phantasm almost certainly couldn't break an entire planet apart. And even if an anti-planet noble phantasm existed, on paper, it wouldn't be enough to destroy this one. Shh, please be quiet. Hassan? It seems that someone is skulking around this building. Would you mind investigating it, Lady Mash? Okay, I'm sorry, but I can't seem to find anything. Mash checks the perimeter at regular intervals. If there were anything suspicious out there, we'd know. So they have concealed their presence. This may be an assassin network. Let's go take a look, Master. Oh, the rest of you, please stay put. The two of us shall go out first. That's suspicious! How strange. There's no one here. Oh, I thought as much. Thank goodness. Nonetheless, this accomplishes what I set out to do. How should I explain it? Hold on. Who are you? Hassan? Trust is something accumulated over time. Anyone who would trust a stranger unconditionally is nothing but a fool. First, they must observe the other person carefully and overcome numerous hardships together. Then, and only then, can two people be bonded as true friends and comrades. Now, Master, let me ask you, am I one such person? Oh no, his spirit origin values. Master, get out of there. That's not Hassan. Nope, sorry. Haha, what's your deal? You're hilarious. I was going to kill you, but I changed my mind. This'll be a lot more fun with a hostage. Who are you? Did you just transform? No, it was nothing like that. You were Hassan. You had his voice, his demeanor, even Shaitan's arm. There's only so far shapeshifting can go. You were more like... More like what, Da Vinci? More like his shadow, you say? A doppelganger. Hey, you got it. I might look chivalrous. I might even be chivalrous, but on the inside. Nah, I can't go around telling you. Anyway, I'm gonna hold on to Master here for a while. No! Interesting. Yeah, real interesting. Ah, the beautiful duo. So you did figure out it was me. You know, I figured you had my number all along, but I just couldn't resist the surprise reveal. Sorry about that. If you don't get your nasty ass breath out of Master's face, I'm gonna burn you alive. Ooh, very nice. That is truly beautiful, murderous intent in your eyes. As a thrill-seeking gentleman, this is just the kind of excitement I crave. But also speaking as a gentleman, it would be rude and stuff to fight here. So, on that note, I'll be waiting with your dear master for you to join us elsewhere. You're not going anywhere! Ah, sorry, buddy. He already dipped. You might not believe it, but I'm faster than I look. Go ahead. Try and catch me if you can. Come on, ice bitch queen. Do something. Silence, mad dog. I'll take Cuirassier Alter. Try to keep up with us. Don't gotta tell me twice, so what about the drunk old fart? Who cares? And I don't know this servant yet, this assassin. Whoa, looks like Altria Alter's catching up quick. Guess I'll have to buy some time. Hornets! You know what? This looks like it'll be a pretty good show. Altria! What? I've got orders for you. Very well, then give me your orders, Master. Knowing you, I'm certain you can assess the situation calmly, no matter the circumstances. Here come the Hornets! Yeah, I'm gonna be honest, Frostshard, I've actually read a doujin with this specific servant, but he did not shapeshift in it. But also, I didn't pay attention to the name, and I just read it at the time because it was labeled FGO, so I don't remember who it is. Okay. What is he, a water margin character or something? Like one of the Chinese, the 4 Chinese epics? He's a Chinese servant, right? Or Japanese? It's one of the two, I think. Yeah, Water Margin's one of the 4 Chinese epics, but he's either a Japanese or Chinese servant. I don't know who he is, but, like, pretty sure it's one of the two. Just for fun. Ah, yes, the tab that I cannot access. The amount of, like, willpower and restraint that I exercise anytime I remember that the spoiler chats exist. No, I'm kidding. It's not that hard for me to not go in there because, like, I have them, like, blanked out, so I don't even get notifications for those chats at all. And I just never check them. It's not my business. I trust Knick-Knack to deal with that stuff. Oh, an archer! That's a fun selection of archers. A fucking archer of Shinjuku! Motherfucker! Fucking archer of Shinjuku. This ends now. I can't believe you were able to give orders under these circumstances. You're really something. My hat's off to you. No joke. In fact, this is too much fun to stop here. And look, here comes Shakespeare's monsters, ready at last. Go on, show these guys what you've got. Shakespeare's monsters? I'm detecting magical energy approaching you at high speeds. It appears to be a Spriggan? Just what we needed. Hang on, that's not a Spriggan. It's clearly based on one, but the design is different. That's... It looks like the first one out is King Lear. Huh? King Lear, as in Shakespeare's play? The very same. All right, Your Majesty, why don't you go and sock that sad old lunatic a good one? Oh, it's big! It's big! Yeah, for the bonus. Oh! Fair. Sei is so cute. I want her regular form too. Like, I like having her summer form, but I want her regular form too. That's also how I feel about Hokusai. I'd love Hokusai's normal form as well as her summer. Thing is annoyingly large. Oh, Jesus. This is just annoying. What's his... Yeah. This is just annoying. Because, like, I know I'm gonna win, but, like, oh my god, it's taking so long. Damn. Toodles, Koyan. Yeah, least I can do is stun the... Possibly? Yeah, I thought so. Oh. Okay. I don't use Coulter's NP very much. I think it just doesn't often charge in time. Which is something I should probably look to fixing, but it's not something I'm currently focused on. Since he's really kind of just a backup hitter for whoever I'm borrowing, you know? Excalibur Morgan! Got him. Well, yes, but you pushed yourself too hard to take him down quickly. Now you're exhausted. So, you're a fool if you think I would lose to a miserable outlaw like... Man, that was even better show than I'd hoped. But I think it's time for the curtain call now. Master! Oh. Damn. So high! Haha, adios, amigos. And bye-bye, everyone at Chaldea. The signal is being jammed. Master, please be safe. Mash. No. Buddy. Oh, look. I've been kidnapped. That actually seems like a pretty funny gap to leave off on. Alright, let's collect our weekly. And let's go to the evocation shop. Okay. Let's see. Oh, there she is. Okay. Well, that sucks. Winter's the best time to work because it's cool. Alright, we'll get all 4. And then we're going to grab all of these. And then I don't currently buy the coins. And there's sort of a reason for that. It's because I don't have a reason to buy the coins at the moment because I'm not using them. So I just don't buy them right now. Alright, let's... Alright, girlfriend, where you at? I know you're around here somewhere. Every possibility, I scroll right past her. Yep, okay. Oh, there she is. Yeah. Exactly. I'll worry about coins once I've actually got the skills to need them. I'm also out of EXP cards, but that's fine. That's another thing I need. EXP. That's fair. I do not have that. Okay. Alright. What is... I was gonna say, because I don't think I've even, like... I haven't even looked at my Salter. I've just been ignoring her. Yeah. I've genuinely just been ignoring her down there. She's been there for a while. Have any ascensions available that I didn't have before? No. I'm still missing ascension on a lot of things I need to ascend. The fucking statues. It's the fucking statues! And then, yeah, as for skills, I mean, I think... Yeah, I mean, my skill progression on a lot of servants I use is not great. As you can see, I'm currently bouncing between 1 and 5 at the highest, but it's only on the servants that I've needed to upgrade the skills for. Like, Koyans I did because I needed to, but, you know, I'm out of bullets. For her, I've got the dust, so actually I can go a fair bit further on her. I'm just it's the Lancer gems that I'll be hurting for. With him, I mean, I've got some now, but I was out before when I was working on it. Oh, he uses the shields. That's a this month thing, though. I could get more of the shields artificially this month. It's not like the worst thing ever. It's fucking bones and... Yeah, bones and... Oh, but he also uses the shields. That's why. I was like, why was I missing so many shields? There's a reason. There's a reason. And then some of the gems I just don't have a lot of. Yeah. So I'm like hesitant to spend a bunch of them on a servant that I'm not currently using. You know? Oh, yeah, the bullets I already bought some to get Koyan's skills up as far as I have them, because I didn't have enough to begin with, so it's not as if that's a new problem I'm having. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I just gotta play the events. I gotta be better about that. Someday I will get an angry mango. That day is not this day. It's on rate up right now? Oh. That's like not... Now that I have Domon, that's like a shit selection of rate ups for me to actually be interested in anything. Yeah. That's fair. I think at sometimes I wish that there was just like... To a certain extent, I understand like long-term farming just out of necessity, right? Like if I could like... If there was something where I was guaranteed to get like a certain amount of bones out of it and I could just replay it again and again and again, to a certain extent I can, you know, I can justify that to myself. I've done it in other gacha games. Nope, no Domon rolls. I have him. And I can't level him up as it is right now because I both don't have the I don't have the EXP cards to level all the servants I've gotten recently, and I don't have the statues to ascend him without buying them. So, you know, I'm not concerned over Domon right now. Like, the chances of me getting a copy of him are pretty fucking low within an amount that I'm willing to spend. And if I don't get any of him, then it would just be an amount wasted, to be honest. And with Muramasa, I just don't... Muramasa's fine, but I don't really have an interest in using him or getting him to use right now. Doesn't seem like a good idea to waste quartz on when I have stuff upcoming that actually will be useful. Like, I really need that Juge. Double check. Yep. Did my purchasing for the month. That's unfortunate. And I don't think I have anything new here. I wish I could sort by price so it would show me the stuff that's free. But I don't think I have anything new here. At least not that I'm able to access. Because I checked the shop at the end of Solomon. And I bought anything that showed up as being purchasable for 0. Yeah. So, yep. Fair, but I'd rather have Ibuki. So why would I drop any rolls on Muramasa if I could wait for an Ibuki? Oh my god, that scared me. Yeah. Oh. Jesus. Okay. Alright. Oh, I should check. I don't have any new friend requests. Yeah. I had one recently and I didn't recognize who it was from, so I just accepted it. Because I've got enough slot spaces that it's not really a problem. I probably need to clear out my fucking following, you know? Because I think I accidentally followed a couple people that I didn't mean to, just because I like used their servants during like the last lotto that I played. So I need to clear my following later at some point. All right, I know I made a comment yesterday about streaming extra long today, but circumstances have changed, so I actually do need to head out pretty soon because I need to make some calls, and I need time to make those calls. So. No, I mean well, I don't know if it was really a lotto, but the Tamlin Cup thing. I don't know. I keep forgetting the name of that event, but that's the one I'm thinking of. So yeah. That means I am gonna get going now. I will, with all hopes, I will see you guys Friday morning this week. I want it to be finishing Witcher. But I admit that I've been afraid to check to see if my save file still exists because after I reinstalled Steam, none of my clouds are showing up as having anything saved to them. So like I checked Baldur's Gate and my saves were still there. I have no clue where they're saved to because I got rid of the folders on accident. So I have no clue. They must be like saved internally to like my Larian account or something. I don't know, and I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. I don't know if that will be the case for Witcher. And so what I will say now is that if my Witcher save does not exist, then what I'm going to be doing is I will just be moving on to Witcher 2. I am not replaying almost a year's worth of game progress, trying to make the same decisions or get to the same point, or just like remaking different decisions. I'm not going to be doing that. Just to finish a game that I know the ending of, I've read the books behind, I've seen I have experienced Witcher in so many ways, especially since at this point I was trying to play through it using a guide because I was so unintuitive about where I needed to go and what I needed to do. So if my Witcher save is not still there, then we'll probably be starting Witcher 2. Assassin of Kings. Either that or starting a new game altogether. Now, sometime before the end of this month or in early September, I'll also be starting a Baldur's Gate with Vorn, but there's a decent chance that my streams move away from being mornings almost exclusively, because I did just get, I mean, it's not like a secret, but I have the ability now to get like a 9-to-5 job, technically. I did before, but I didn't really want to work, I didn't really want to go back to working like retail or something, so I got my substitute teaching credentials. So I need to submit some paperwork for that, but I do have the ability to take up proper jobs now and earn actual money. So my streams I might start competing with Knick-Knack for evening streams and weekends. But when I'm not working, I can still run morning streams, because it's not as if it's an everyday job. It's sort of on demand. So, you know, you might see, as opposed to planned streams, more like spur of the moment. But if I'm doing a spur of the moment like morning stream, it'll always be 9 a.m. Like, I'm not going to change the times if I'm doing morning streams. But yeah, you might see more evening streams from me starting in September. Yeah. And yeah, so at some point you'll see Baldur's Gate back on the channel, but in a group playthrough with Vorn, which is going to be very interesting for ability to monetize that with the cussing and stuff. Yeah, I know the timing's really shit with Central European time, but the good news there is that if I move to weekend streams, you will be seeing early morning weekend streams. Because I'm up early in the morning and I like to be streaming early in the morning. So you might see like 7 or 8 a.m. like Saturday or Sunday streams if you see me doing mornings. Yeah, maybe they eased up on it because of Vorn Knick-Knack. Anyways, the cussing will be abundant, and I'm sure he will fireball me at least once in that playthrough. Beyond that, I will try to organize a repo stream in the next couple of weeks. It'll be modded repo. I tried playing my modded game last night with Winter, and it worked perfectly. So I will get probably Knick-Knack, and then I'll try to get Realm and Vorn to like get repo and mod out their repos if they don't already have it, because it was a very simple process once my folders were in the right place. And maybe we've got a couple other friends who we can pull in to play with for repo. And maybe, if people are willing to mod out their repo, we can always open it to other people to join the lobbies and stuff. So, because I do have the add more player mod as well active, so we can have more than I think it's 6 maximum. Yeah. I don't know what Mage Arena is. Send a link in the Discord. But yeah, I'm gonna sign off for today. So I will see you guys Friday morning, whether it is Witcher or not, hopefully. That is my plan for right now, is you will see me Friday morning, it just might not be Witcher 1. Toodles, everybody! We've made good progress, we're to section 10.